Habari wetu Tobias Chanji kutoka ukanda wa Pwani yupo tayari kuzungumza nasi. Chanji, nafahamishwa kwamba kuna mambo ambayo yanazinduliwa Pwani, mara ni jumba la maonyesho ya nyumba. Hebu tupashe, haswa ni kipi kinachojiri katika kaunti hiyo?
Masal Khairi Frida, nakujia moja kwa moja kutoka katika mtaa wa kifahari wa Nyali, ambapo kuna wekezaji tu ambao wamejitokeza katika sehemu hii kuanzisha kile kinachoitwa jumba la maonyesho ya nyumba zingine, kwa wale ambao watakuwa wanataka kwa labda kutengeneza nyumba au kununua nyumba. Bila shaka itakuwa ni mwafaka sana kwa wao kufika katika eneo hili. Jumba lenyewe likiitwa Georgia Luxury Apartments, na ni mara ya kwanza ambapo wanaanza aina hii ya wekezaji katika jiji hili la Mombasa. Lakini kwa sasa utaniruhusu nizungumze naye mwekezaji wa kundi hili linalojulikana kama Angel tu kutuelezea ni kwa nini waliamua kuja Mombasa na si sehemu nyingine yoyote, na kwa kuwa ana utata wa kuzungumza lugha ya Kiswahili, itakuwa ni vyema au bora zaidi ikiwa ataweza kutupasha haya yote kupitia lugha ya Kiingereza. So just briefly introduce yourself to our viewers.
Yeah, my name's Tony. I work for Angio Group as a consultant mainly. And yeah, I've been here for a few months now because, yeah, we're stuck. I'm stuck here at the moment, which I'm actually enjoying because, yeah, I come from Australia. And as you probably don't know, that the Australian borders are closed, so they're not letting anybody back in. So yeah,
So you were stuck because of development, or you were stuck because COVID-19 has affected you?
I'm stuck with the COVID-19. Otherwise I'd be coming in and out all the time, but it's not a bad place to be stuck in. But yes, I do miss the family at home, unfortunately. But yeah.
So back to properties. Maybe just briefly describe to us the concept that you bring here in Mombasa. I know this is the first time that you guys are starting such in Mombasa.
Yeah, well, the concepts are not different. I suppose it's different in Mombasa, but it's more of an Australian design that we're bringing in. As you can see, you've got the open plan kitchens, open living rooms. If you notice in this area too, there's no beams or anything, so it's a very open, nice flowing area. So as you can see, it's just a nice place to relax. So yeah, we're trying to bring in something brand new to Mombasa. As you can see, this is the outside of it. So it's completely different than what is here at the moment. Yes. So yeah, they're about 2,500 feet, each apartment, and yeah, it's big as a 7-story building with a roof on, a pool on top.
Because most of us have been raised knowing we have showrooms, maybe for cars, but we've never heard of such show houses. So just describe to that layman who doesn't understand. Does it mean those who want to buy houses, they have to come here, then check on the designs, then go and purchase?
Well, that's what we've done. We've done two show houses, so people can actually see what they want or what it's going to be like. If people do buy it earlier before we finish them, they've got their options of doing their own design. But we've got an interior designer that does all our work, and we're more than happy to work with them and people that want to buy.
So what does a unit like this entail?
Sorry?
A unit like this, what does it entail?
What does it entail? Yeah. Well, these are 3-bedroom, 3 bathrooms with a SQ and with an ensuite, basically. So you've got large balconies. That was another thing that we do in Australia. We produce large balconies, so you can have up to 12 people entertaining on the balcony. And Mombasa's perfect for that because of the the sun, basically. Yeah.
So when one is interested, does it mean that you guys lease these units to them, or you have to construct to them?
No, these units here we're selling. I know that the owners are actually keeping a couple of them themselves. That is also another thing that we're bringing into Mombasa as well. We'll be doing our own management of each building. Each building we design and build them to last. So we only use quality products. So, you know, in 10 years' time, you've still got a new house. We try and source everything locally because the tradesmen here are very good, as you can see. So there's just a few things that we've had to get from overseas. But as this cabinetry and all is also done locally. The stones from Turkey, but it's local, we're getting it from local people. So yeah, we try and use what we can from Kenya, but sometimes we do have to go overseas to get materials, of course.
Will you kindly talk about the costing, maybe for the construction, for the building, then at how much are you going to sell such a units?
Well, the costing, we are doing them quite cheap at the moment. We're starting at 16M, and the ones on the top floors will start and go up to about 22M. And we're wanting to do that basically to show people that, what we're all about. Because this building will be selling the next building, which will be selling the next building. So this is our first building in Mombasa. But yeah, we intend staying here for a long time.
So 16 million, is it per unit or per block? First floor?
Unit. 16 per unit. So, what we've done is we've also done, like I said before, we've got a rooftop pool. It's an infinity pool, so everybody that even doesn't have a view has a view because they can go to the 7th floor and enjoy the views, or the ocean views, because we're only 5 minutes from the ocean. Yeah.
Why Mombasa?
Well, Mombasa, the actual owner of the company, she's Mombasan. She currently lives overseas, but she originates in Mombasa, and she's very interested to do a lot of work in Mombasa, basically. So.
And you've started these in the middle of a pandemic. So yes. Does it mean, do you already have clients who are willing to buy?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of interest, as you can see. Off camera, you can see how many people there's here, but also, we've got a lot of interest. So, and yes, it was unfortunate that the pandemic happened, but nobody can stop that. It has delayed our construction because we're very hands-on, and we needed to stop because we couldn't get over here, basically. So we have delayed it for 6 months, but we're back on track again. Okay. So, yeah, and we partnered with City and Bank as well, so if people want loans, they're quite happy to come to the party with that too.
We'll also be willing to know the type of clientele that you're targeting. Are they foreigners, are they tourists, are they locals?
I think it's more the locals and the expats. You've got a lot of people, a lot of Kenyans, there's a lot of Kenyans in Australia, and they're interested in investing in their own country. So we've got a lot of interest from them, and I think we'll have a lot of Nairobians as well. So there's a bit of both. There's a bit of both.
I also wish to know the challenges that are facing you guys, especially if you invest such in Mombasa.
There are challenges. I'm not going to say there's not challenges, but it is actually, building's always a challenge. It doesn't matter where you are. It's always a challenge. But when you've got a good team, you can overcome those challenges. So, but there's no real bad challenges. It's just a case of, handling the market, I suppose, or handling the people in there. And I've got one of the best builders in Mombasa, so, yeah.
My last question, do you have plans maybe to expand outside Mombasa?
Not yet. We're comfortable with Mombasa. I think the Nairobian market's probably a little bit too crowded, and there's plenty to do here. So we just want to stay local.
Thanks a lot and all the best. Naam. Amekuwa mgeni wetu wa leo ambaye ni mwekezaji wa Georgia Luxury Apartments, akizungumzia tu mpango mzima kuwekeza katika jiji hili la Mombasa, ambapo wanaweza kujenga nyumba tu na kuuzia wale ambao wanataka. Na aliposema bei tofauti kuanzia milioni 1 hadi milioni 16, kutegemea na kile chumba ambacho labda mtu atataka kununua au kukodesha. Kama alivyosema awali, anasema kuwa wana mipango tu zaidi kabambe ya kuwa na vyumba vingine kama hivi katika eneo zima au kaunti zima ya Mombasa. Kutoka mtaa wa Nyali, mimi ni Tobias Chanji. na kurejesheni studio.
Tobias, kabla sija kuachilia, tunakufahamu sana. Wewe ni barobaro pale Mombasa. Unajulikana sana, umetamba, hata wewe ni mwanamuziki. Huoni kwamba ni vyema pia ujitafutie nyumba 1, 2, 3 hivi?
Bila shaka si kuja katika mahojiano tu hapa, bali pia mimi nimekuja na vijana wangu wa mkono hapa, na baadaye labda nitamuona tu tuzungumze kama naweza pata vyumba 7 hivi, labda 2 niwanunulie wengine na 5 nisalie navyo bila shaka.
Naam, shukran. Mtazamaji, huyo ni mwanahabari wetu Tobias Chanji kutoka ukanda wa Pwani.